I got a response. Hi. Okay, so for context, this is a direct sequel to the video I made last week. The video is called Pride Month, what being an ally means. So I encourage you to watch it if you haven't, and then you can come back here and listen to me rant. So but for context, a creator made a well-intended video that was spreading hurtful ignorance. It was well-intended. I was aware of that, but it was spreading hurtful ignorance. And so about my people, about me, about who I am, about my community, about queer people. And so I made a video response, which was very educating. I feel like a lot of people respond very well to that video. Most people understood it. Most people understood it. And yes, I feel, anyway, I was calm and respectful, and I made that video with the goal of, inspiring people to get educated before they spread hurtful ignorance. So, now, the creator of the original video, there was multiple ways, and okay, I'm gonna flip through the queer tarot here. I just got this, and I really like it. So, the creator of the original video, they could have, there was so many different scenarios that could have happened. They could have not watched the video, and then, it would have been the end of that. They could have watched the video and then say, you know what? I was wrong, and I'm sorry. This takes a lot of courage to admit. This takes a lot of courage and humility to be able to say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. And it's hard. I get it that it's hard. Those are two qualities we are looking in our allies, though, courage and humility. But, it's hard. I get it. It's hard. It's hard to admit that we were wrong. And so, okay, that was not the scenario that happened. So the next scenario could have been, okay, I hear what you say, and I'm gonna think about that, I hear what you say, I'll think about that. They could have said nothing. They could have not replied at all, and then we would have all moved on on this issue. They could also have said, I don't agree with you, but, I hear you. Or even not, I don't agree with what this person have to say. These were all scenarios that could have happened. But instead, they called me names. So that's the situation we are in now. And I wanted to make this video, this one you're watching now, I want to make this video not to correct them, not to blame them or whatever, though I will be doing that. This person is clearly speaking of ignorance and they are decided not to educate themselves. So there's nothing I can do with them. This video is not for them. I'm making this video to show you what it is daily to be a gay man and, probably a queer person in general. But I am not, unlike this creator, I am not speaking for realities or lived experience that are not mine. So I'm going to talk about being a gay man. Being a gay man, that is what is happening all the time. Whenever we raise a flag, whenever we want to address an issue, we are very often, by people pretending to be our allies, we are shut down. We are dismissed, and that's the end of it. So this happened all the time. And so what happened is they took it doesn't matter. So that's the point I want to make. It does not matter. Remember last week I was saying how much I am calm, I am respectful, I did a spread to focus on the energy I wanted to put out there. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how calm and respectful we are. It doesn't matter how good our arguments are. It doesn't matter how respectful we are. Because at the end of the day, they will twist. They will always find a way to twist our words and make us look like either the bad guy or unappreciative of the effort. And the whole thing is dismissed. All the time. This was a 37 minutes video I made. They got 3 words out of it. They twisted it and then they made me look like the bad guy. 3 words out of a 37-minute video. So it doesn't matter. Like, I'm tired of people telling us that we need to calm down, we need to be the calmed one, the respectful one, we are talking about our very right to exist. I mean, how can you not be passionate about this? The first time I was called, I grew up in the French side of Montreal, so I was not called the F slur, but let's say the French equivalent of the F slur. First time I was called that, I was 10 years old. I wasn't even gay then. I wasn't even sexualized. I was a child. And since then, since I was 10 years old, that was 33 years ago. I spent 33 years justifying my existence in the world. This is exhausting. This is infuriating. And I'm tired of being told that I am the one who needs to be reasonable. I am the one to understand the other side. I'm tired of that. It's been 33 years. Ask anyone to defend themselves for 33 years, they're gonna go crazy. No wonder why we are all so mad all the time. Of course we are mad. So So anyway, even though all that, I made that video respectfully, calmly. And like I said, they took 3 words, twisted, and showcase themselves as a victim. So, and by the way, now that we are calling each other names, I'm gonna say this right here. Being a straight person in a conversation about queer people, flipping it around and showcasing yourself as a victim, that is next level Karen shit. That is next level main character syndrome problem. Like, this is insane. Insane. Okay. Calm down. Calm down, but still, like, you insult me for defending my existence. You're a terrible person. I'm sorry, you just are. Like, I was thinking that this person was speaking in good faith up until she started calling me names. And I will talk about the name that she called me. She called me a misogynist. And the reason why she called me a misogynist, it's because I said the 3 words, shut your lips. For anyone who have seen the video, they would understand the context of these words. The words were coming from, you right now are speaking ignorance. The first thing you need to do is to stop that. You need to stop spreading hurtful ignorance. So yes, you need to shut your lips. And then you need to educate yourself. But this person is not ready to educate themselves. So, you know, they're calling me names instead. That's the shortcut, I guess. So anyway, and I want to talk about this. I want to show this because it's what is happening all the time. And I'm going to finish on this. Well, I'm going to do a little parenthesis here because I'm watching these cards. This is the Queer Tarot. Love it. Just received it for Pride. It was my gift to myself for Pride. And, you know, there are a lot of effeminate, gay presenting people here. There are what this creator would call caricature of gay people. But you know what? If you have this deck, take a look at the guidebook. Every single card, for every single card, there is a model credited for, you know, the inspiration of the card. Meaning, every single one of those people are real people. They are real people living in this world right now. How dare you call these people caricature? How dare you call these people caricature? These living people expressing, whose only crime is to express themselves, presenting themselves the way they want to be presented. And you call them caricature. Good thought. So anyway, that's the end of the parenthesis. I will end this video on this. And yes, the hurtful ignorance. You know, we live in a world where trans people are killed more than 1 every 2 days. Trans people are killed. Gay people are either assaulted or killed. We live in a world where we have to defend the simple fact of us being alive. And so when you spread this idea that surrounding yourself with queer people is more than enough, it is insanity. It is not enough. You need to do the work. If you pretend to be our ally, you need to do the work. You need to vote in favor of our rights. And I don't know how this creator vote. I'm just saying what you need to do. You need to give money to charity if you are able to. You need to express yourself. You need to learn. You need to educate yourself on our reality so you don't spread misinformation. You don't spread hurtful ignorance. And I'm going to end on this. If I catch you spreading hurtful ignorance, I do not care what gender you are. I will tell you to shut the fuck up. And then you can play the victim. You can call me all the names you want, but there is one thing you cannot do. You cannot call yourself an ally. Okay, hi, sorry for the jump cut. I was about to end the video the way I did, but I want us to take something out of it. So I want to mention how, I want you to understand, still I'm gonna flip some random cards. I want you to understand how hard it is for us to trust straight people. Look at that. I'm sorry. Cat! Isn't it the solution of everything? Did Hitler had a cat? I don't know. But anyway, if he did, maybe the history would have been different. No, I'm kidding. But yes, speaking of Hitler, we know we live in the world, like we are in the edge of what will be World War III. We are on the edge of the fascists taking control. And so we need our allies more than ever, now more than ever. And because I know we are going to be like their ground beef, like we're not going to survive this. We're not going to survive this unless someone is doing something. And so passivity is the equivalent of oppression. If you look at oppression and you stay passive, you let it happen. Therefore, you're complicit. And this is very important to keep in mind. Please keep that in mind. And so, yes, it is difficult for us to trust straight people because they can flip on us at the very first disagreement. The very first disagreement. I've been called a misogynist. Very first disagreement. Oh, look, that's another thing I want to showcase. In this deck, there's a lot of top surgeries, scars. And this is very important. This is very important that we get used to see those things, to see people with top surgery scars, to see women, trans women, to see people. It is important for us to get used to see flamboyant gays and colorful people and people with blue hair, and, you know, non-binary people. It is important for us to get used to see those people. And, you know, that's a reflection I have about, oh yes, Anderson Cooper is also gay and he doesn't look like that, sure. But we don't, the straights, the straights don't have to get accustomed to see Anderson Cooper. They don't get to used to see someone as Anderson Cooper, because when you see Anderson Cooper, it's very easy to ignore that he's a gay man, you know? You need to get accustomed to see these people, the colorful people, people who dare to express who they are. And I'm not saying Anderson Cooper is not expressing who he really is. He is who he is. But these people are who they are, and they have absolutely the right to express themselves and dress themselves and expose themselves and present themselves the way they want to. And so it is important for us to not for us, I mean, I'm talking about you, the straights. But even for me, you know, I haven't seen that many top surgery scars, and that's something I will see when I go to the beach. And, you know, it's part of our society now. So we really need to support each other. And if you pretend to be a good person, you really need to get your facts straight, get your facts straight. That's funny. That's a funny expression, right? Get your facts straight, educate yourself. Be a good person. It is crazy that I have to ask this, but be a good person. Yeah. You know, I have a friend. I'm going to end on a positive story. A positive story about a straight person. Yes, because there are some out there in the wild. The very first time Donald Trump announced that he wanted Canada to be the 51st state, the very first time, you know, in 2020, beginning 2025, with ice rising and all that stuff, he announced that without asking us, he would just take Canada as the 51st states, and we were all terrified. We were all thinking, "Oh my God, it's the end. Like they're gonna invade us, like Russia invade Ukraine, and they're gonna kill us." And the very first day, I have a very good friend, a straight woman in a relationship. She told me, you have a place in my home. If they are coming, I have a place for you in my home. She understood. She understood how devastating the world was going to be. And this is allyship. Thank you.